Hello there and welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to give you guys an update on the new firmware that released today for the DJI Smart Controller, because this is actually a very big update and it brings some very long awaited features. However, there are also some very specific things that you need to know about it. So what we're going to do in this video is hopefully give you guys the information that you need to be able to get yourself updated and tell you what this update is actually all about. So, looking at it, it is version 01.00.0530 for the DJI Smart Controller, and it was released today. It updates the Go 4 app to version 4.3.16, and it now also adds the DJI Pilot app as well, which is version 1.3.0. That does mean that this update will bring support for the Mavic 2 Enterprise models, so the Mavic 2 Enterprise and the Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual. They are now officially supported in this update. Now, if we look through what's new, there's quite a few interesting things in here. The first one is added aircraft management under settings. Now, what this appears to be is, for the first time, it allows you to bind this remote controller with more than one aircraft model. Now, it currently only supports the Mavic 2 Pro, the Mavic 2 Zoom, the Mavic 2 Enterprise, and the Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual, but it does appear to show that you don't actually have to bind it each time. You can select a slot within the management, bind it to that aircraft, and then it will be on that one. And if you have more than one aircraft, you can easily swap between them without actually having to rebind each time. Now, this is something entirely new. We've not seen it on a DJI remote controller before, but it is a very welcome addition. Something to note is it is only the Mavic 2 models it supports with this feature. The next thing that they state is they've added the dual remote controller mode, so it means you can now set it to either master or slave. Just like the update did for iOS on the standard remote, you can now do it on the Smart Controller as well. They've added a warning prompt for the compass if it goes out of calibration, and they've also added the option to set the external SD card as the default storage, and that means you can now use it to store your video cache automatically rather than you have to transfer it over. They've added a camera lock option, and as well as optimizing DJI Go Share. There is one other little thing which is extremely big in my opinion as well, which is this one I've highlighted here. It is the ability to update the built-in Go 4 and Pilot app independently of the system. Now, originally, just like on the Crystal Sky, to update the apps on the Smart RC, you had to actually update the whole system image. As the Crystal Sky got older, DJI added the option for you to be able to update just the app, and they have now done that with the Smart Controller as well. This means it should bring some nice new quicker updates rather than have to wait for the whole system image. Now, there are some things you need to be aware of on this update around updating as well as what happens afterwards. With regards to the two apps, the way this remote works is it doesn't show you both apps that to choose which one you want to use. It will select the app dependent on the aircraft you have connected. So if you can set the remote controller to a Mavic 2 Pro or Mavic 2 Zoom, it will show you the Go 4 app. If you connect it to a Mavic 2 Enterprise model, it will show you the Pilot app. However, you can't currently choose between them. It is automatic. So if you do update and you think, well, I haven't got the Pilot app, it's because you've probably not connected it to those models. You've only connected it to the standard consumer model. With regards to update, there are some very specific things on this that you need to be aware of as well. The first thing is it will not update over the air. You have to do this update via the Assistant 2 for Mavic, and specifically the Assistant 2 for Mavic version 2.0.8. This is a new version that was available today only. Now, to get this, you need to go onto the Mavic 2 webpage, click on downloads, and you will see both PC and Mac versions available here. And as I've said, it is version 2.0.8. If you are not using this version, the update will probably fail. So if you do the update, you need to make sure that you download that version first. Because you're doing it via Assistant, it does mean you need to connect it to your computer as well, so it needs to be either PC or Mac. The reports are that if you try to update over the air with the Smart Controller over Wi-Fi, it might show you there's an update, but it will probably fail. Something else, as I mentioned, to be aware of is the USB cable. I'm seeing a lot of people say that they are trying to update and it fails. First of all, make sure that you are using the supplied USB cable that comes with it. You need to use that cable and avoid using any other third-party ones. If you're using a PC, you just plug it into your normal USB port, plug it into your remote and update via the assistant. If you're using a Mac, don't be tempted to use a USB-C to USB-C, especially if you're using a MacBook Pro. Use the supplied cable with an adapter. If you do find that it is still failing and you are using version 2.0.8 of the Assistant and you're using the supplied USB cable, do try another high-quality USB cable. All of the reports of failure seem to center around either using the wrong Assistant version or the wrong USB cable. Try a different USB port on your computer as well if it does fail, but it will go through eventually if you have problems. If you're still having an issue, no matter what you do, try downgrading the firmware on the remote and then upgrading it to the latest version. One user had to do that and it went through. Now, I don't have the Smart Controller, so I haven't actually tried this myself. I'm just giving you guys information that I've seen out there and people I've been supporting with this tonight after this launched. If you do have any problems, please let me know in the comments of this video and I'll try and help anyone who is having issues with it. It is a big update and it does bring some very, very welcome features, especially support for the enterprise models. People have been screaming about that for quite some time. And this new added aircraft management section as well is a very, very cool thing. If you like what you see, please do subscribe to the channel. There's also in the description of this video some links to the Smart Controller as well as the Mavic 2 as well. If you'd like to support the channel, please do purchase via those links. It's only by you guys doing that am I able to continue to make videos. That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what you think in the description, especially about the update. If you do have any problems, or if you don't have any problems, as I've said, make sure that you have got that latest Assistant 2 for Mavic 2.0.8 and make sure you're using the official USB cable that DJI supplied as well. That's it. Thank you very much for watching and I'll do another video again soon.